College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will take the field first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Fights off a defender. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Quickly to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Under fire. It's complete. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Finch. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wolverines offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every In the bag from the running back position, David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They'll give it to the back. He breaks a tackle. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Off the play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the 45 on its way. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Scanning the field is Hout. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Leaves it with the back. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
He'll pull it on the read. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's carry on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Pulls it, fired complete. They stop him almost immediately. Gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Turning it on. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Off play action on first down. And the pressure was too much. The 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Hout. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Spins away. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Looking to throw, it's Hout. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer.
Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tripped up for the tackle.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points up. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. The give to the tailback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Gets it to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Trying to set up the screen. Makes one man miss. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Northwestern coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Looking to get it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Tight end now in motion. Go straight ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Defense in press coverage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Wildcats. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking to pass, it's Houck. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but 2nd down's coming up. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on 2nd down. Rush is on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion. Third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's got an open man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big...
Touchdown, Northwestern! Fitted in the window for the score.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hout. He lets one fly deep. Deep down. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the 3rd quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense...
There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. The give to the left side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Quickly complete.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw. It's Hout. A little release to the back. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give on the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel it.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to pass, it's Hout. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping the ball is out behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck, and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after review... Undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the one.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. They're trailing by just 4 to Iowa. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw, it's Houck. Finds his man in the middle.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Going to swing it on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Rides the back on the option to give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Dropping back, it's Hout. Bringing the heat. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll off one deep down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Throws for the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Just keeps swinging it. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. Makes. At the 6-yard line, it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here's a heat. Big fella moving. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Northwestern. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Setting up the screen. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments. Put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Michigan offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
To throw, it's Houck. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Powers through the defense and runs through another one. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. And the Wolverines are on the move. The give to the back. Slithers into space. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Got it looking for a first. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.